Dr. Cosmas Maduka is an icon in the Nigerian automobile sector. With only an elementary 3 educational background, the death of his father at the age of 4, hawking at the age of 6, and eventually being asked to stop his apprenticeship role with only a starting capital of 200 naira. Life certainly didn't give him a fair chance to compete. Despite all these and his unwavering faith in God, he has built his conglomerate spanning across Africa and his recent company acquisition in Japan. He has raised business giants globally and is currently serving on the board of notable companies. He has served as a director in Access Bank PLC, one of the leading banks in Nigeria, for 12 years. That is from 2000 to 2012. In recognition of his outstanding qualities, experience, and contributions to the business and commercial landscape, he was awarded an honorary doctorate of business administration, PhD, by the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, in 2003, and Afe Babalola University, respectively. Dr. Maduka is an alumnus of the prestigious Harvard Business School Executive Education Program. And in September 2012, he was conferred with the national honors of the Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON, by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He emerged as the winner of the prestigious Ernst & Young Award of the Entrepreneur of the Year for the year 2020 for the whole of West Africa, hereby representing the region at the global stage in the Ernst & Young World Entrepreneur of the Year, amongst many other awards won over the years. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great honor to introduce to you the man, the legend himself, Dr. Cosmas Maduka. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor and a privilege for me to be called upon to say a few things to young aspiring entrepreneur. I actually has been listening to, but I didn't know because you didn't see my screen, but I thought you could have seen me join. I joined when before you started doing the commercial and, expressing the programs that you have been doing, because I understood that the event was to be for 6 o'clock. But having said that, it's really an honor and a privilege for me to be here, to be called upon, to be one of those who will be speaking to you over these 3 weeks mentorship program that you are having. I sincerely want to thank the Youth Africa Leadership Initiative, YARE, Network Abuja, and particularly my precious daughter, Mrs. Alain David Arinze, for inviting me to put my shoulder to the wheel in this mentorship program. I've been requested to speak on a topic that is very dear to my heart, and that is building in Nigeria the right mental attitude. Why do I say that this is a subject that is very dear to my heart? And I would like you to give me your undivided attention. Because yes, indeed, nothing will happen to you if your mindset is not right or conceive what you are aspiring or dreaming of in life. I was a young man several years ago, a great aspiring young man like many of the people listening to me this evening. And I had a privilege and opportunity to have visited United States of America at a very tender age of when I was 21 years. So what happened then was that I went on a business I started aspiring very young to really do something for myself. So by 21, I've been able to work hard to grow my business where I could buy a ticket for myself and travel to America. But for a lot of people, seeing me in America was somewhat strange. And after I've done with my business, I wanted to come back to Nigeria. The thing was like, why do you want to go back to this country? So the syndrome of Japan did not start today. It's as old as, to the best of my recollection, 45 years ago. By 45 years ago, people already saying this country is useless. It's not even important to try. Don't make any effort. Just find a way out because there is nothing that it can offer you. That is a wrong mindset. With that kind of mindset, you can be sure that this country will not offer you anything because the law of nature makes it clear that the things you cause will not provide for you. So I want the young people to have the right mindset in approaching life. Could it be better in Nigeria? The obvious answer is yes. Can we really have a better infrastructures? All of the things you've said are correct. But I differ with any one of you who say this country is completely useless and has no hope for anybody. Because with that kind of mindset, you are already defeated. And when a man,
my love.
Apologies, let me see who that is.
Can you please mute or the?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. With that kind of mindset, you really can't make any progress. A man or a woman that give up in life will easily submit to suicide. The only reason why for living for tomorrow is to keep hope alive. So I dare say that the right mindset is a prerequisite for building the right business mindset because it all starts from our mind. The first step any young man or a woman to take to be able to build a Nigeria right mindset is to have a hunger mentality. The unfortunate thing is that we can never teach anybody how to be hungry. Hunger has to be something instinctively that you need to crave to feed yourself or to eat something. We haven't found a way to teach somebody to be hungry. I'm talking about natural food, but it all takes the same principle. So to succeed or to build a Nigeria business right mindset, the foundation starts from hungry of being successful, from hungry of willingness to make a difference, from hungry and desire to be able to create value and help to shaping the society and the country. So the first thing that happened is building in Nigeria demands hunger. The depth of internal desire to climb to the top against all odds, despite all odds. Many times we complain about what was not going right in our life. If I have that kind of mindset, I would definitely not get anywhere in life. Having lost my father at a tender age of 4, with no formal education, third grade education. My grammar is still bad today, not something I'm very proud of. But the right mindset is to measure on what is going right for you. No single one person have it all. So you are not comparing yourself with other people. You just have to believe in yourself because you are the first believer of yourself, and nobody will believe you without you believing in yourself. So I am really excited to share my area struggling about losing my father at very early age, with poverty of my sibling and I struggling over food, not meat. We fought over carbohydrate, just about survival. It wasn't long, the Civil War broke out. But we're determined to survive. I'm sure some of the young people today, it will be a story for them if they hear about a disease called kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor is a disease that comes from malnutrition, where you don't eat a balanced diet. It is something that was very prominent during the Civil War in the Biafran side. You see young children that have big stomach with very small head and thin body. They are already they have get so they've gotten so, yes, that you looked at them. In fact, you won't believe that the condition some of them are, you could see the vulture hovering over them, hoping they would drop dead for that night to come over and, eat out of those children. So there are people who brings in food they call kwashiorkor children's food, where at least they put some nutrition, because there were no salt, there were no vegetable, but some people from Gabon bring some certain food, and young people queue up, like they get this 2 or 3 times every week just to make up with whatever they are able to fetch for themselves. I was one of those young people to go and get kwashiorkor food. And I refuse not to submit to kwashiorkor. If I say this, it will sound very strange. And I didn't say that for you to feel sympathy for me, but I was ready to survive. In a time of survival, you don't have choices. Your choices are limited. So I ate rat, I ate lizard. Everything moving was a protein. Every leaf was a vegetable, just to be able to survive. So there's no way I could have survived kwashiorkor, that difficult time, without being successful in life, because I have a choice to live. I didn't give up on myself. So the first right mindset, for the right business mindset first, is one, to be hungry, and then desire that I will be the last man standing. If everybody falls, I will be standing. So if you have that right mindset, then I will give you what I call the Trinity of entrepreneurship. 3 of them are prerequisite and interwove. Number 1 thing is vision. Vision is not a function of sight. Your vision is to see where your eyes can stop, to see far beyond what you can behold. So a vision is not a function of sight, but it's a function of spirit. Things you believe in your mind, possibilities that you are convinced and you conceptualize that are possible. These are what visions represent. So when where people's eyes stop is where their visions start. And that's why people like me believe that the worst thing that can happen to a man or a woman is to live a life without a vision. As a matter of fact, a man, a woman, a boy or a girl without a vision is worse than an individual with impediment of sight. Because you don't see actually with your eyes, you see with your spirit. Your eyes are limited to a four-corner wall, to the distance, but vision see beyond that. Vision can paint a picture of a 20 years. It's like you are heading to a journey of a voyage. You can see the destination you set out, and you can begin to describe it, and people around you will be wondering, what are you seeing? What are you saying? That's why a visionary is the first believer of himself, and they see what no other person see.